Greetings, everyone. Corey here, and as you guess, I am starting up my summer midnight reviews. And today's midnight review is going to be Men in Black 3. I just got back from it, literally. I just got in from seeing it, and I gotta say, I liked it. It was good. Um, it was shot a little different, but I guess because of the 3D, it kind of had to. Excuse me. It was more like CG camera angle scenes and stuff like that. It was well done, but you could tell it was CG. I'm not saying the CG is bad. It's just shots like those don't exist unless it's a CG scene. But for the most part, Men in Black 3 was good. It's a good. It's probably it'll probably rank up maybe on second best just because of the ending, which I won't spoil. But it is. It kind of caught me by surprise a little bit, which isn't saying much because a lot of times you could see it coming, even though I guess it could be in the back of your mind where you might think it, but you won't you won't really think it. But yeah, the ending's really good. It's pretty cool how they do the time leap uh, and how it's used, especially later on, because you think, oh, he's just going to use it the once and then that's it. But it's actually used very well. The special effects are really cool. The aliens are really cool. Um, what else? I know I'm not spoiling anything on this. Is the story with Agent O isn't it? It's kind of just drawn in there. It really nothing develops from it. There's a little tension with O and K, but uh, it's really I don't know. It seemed like it would have worked just without it. Fine, and you wouldn't have noticed it or missed it at all. Uh, what else I got? Started putting stuff down on my phone while I was watching movies. So I made sure I didn't. Griff, the character Griff that comes in, he's really cool. I laughed a lot because he's kind of this. He's okay. Well, I'm probably not spoiling anything on this, but he's a fifth dimensional being, which pretty much he's kind of like I can't think of his name, but from Superman, there was one of Superman's villains, well, villains, where he was from the fifth dimension, and he pretty much could see present, future, and past all at once, and he lives between dimensions in this real, no physical being and all that stuff. He's pretty much, in a way, he's like God in a way, um, even though he still can die. But yeah, he's a kick because he's kind of like this. When you first introduced to him, he's this. It's like it's just nobody, but he's funny. Like he's that really quirky funny. He's kind of like if you see the Big Bang Theory. He's kind of like a Sheldon in a way. I guess like a Sheldon and Leonard of their mix because he kind of has the a little bit of the non-human connection as far as Sheldon, and he sees all the possibilities of the outcomes and everything like that. So nothing's a surprise, and it's pretty interesting how they work that. It's funny when how they work that out. Um, but he definitely I think he stole the show because we all know Jay's Jay and K is well K, and there's no really other characters. Frank the Pug is not in it. Sad news. But there is a nice little homage to him. Um, the worms are in it, just slightly, like two scenes, um, and that's it. So people that didn't like the worms, like in Men in Black 2, um, would definitely like this better because no worms. um, what else? What else? Okay, no spoiler on this. Zed is dead. So there's a new leader, which is O, which is the whole, which she had a previous relationship with K, which could have totally done without. I mean, in the movie didn't need it. It just didn't need it. Okay, so as far as the movie went, the pacing was at the beginning it was very fast. Like they really wanted to push this information out at you, so you know, and you're like it's a refresher course in a way of Men in Black, and then they get pretty early on. They do the time leap. I think after maybe probably about the 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark. I want to say that they that's when Jay goes back in time, which I think that's good. That I didn't like the fast pace of it at the beginning, but just because it didn't feel like a Men in Black movie, but I guess they had to just so they could get to the past. Which once they're in the past, it felt more like a Men in Black movie. Um, it's interesting how they changed the aliens' looks in the '70s. Like they kind of do the homage to how monsters used to look back then in the '70s. How it could just be a person like in a glittery gown and then just with a monster head. Like it's kind of funny if you think about it, because they're not these elaborate monsters like how in the present day Men in Black at the beginning, how they look and everything. It's like it's a nice little, not so much Easter egg, but it's a nice little homage, I guess you could say, to old school monsters. But yeah, the villain in this, he's pretty. Uh, I can't remember his name. I just remember they call him the Animal. Uh, Man, I'm totally gonna get burned on that one later. But the villain's pretty cool. He's interesting too, to say the least, because you've never seen his species before, which is cool because they could just make up species as they go along. It's Men in Black. Um, he is intimidating, I would say. It's interesting how he breaks out because he like it's kind of a little shocker when he finally breaks out where the location of the prison is. But yeah, so he's not in it too much. It's really a lot about K, well, past K and J. J really is the main focus in this, even though Griff does kind of steal the show a little bit when he does appear and is part of the story. Um, it's really I liked it. I gotta say I really liked the movie. It's it's definitely worth your money to go see it if you like Men in Black 3. Well, I mean, 3. Well, this is 3. But if you like the Men in Black series, I liked every single one. The first one was pretty awesome. It's, I mean, it's like a 9 out of 10 for me. The second one, I liked it, but I don't know. A lot of people didn't like it. I'm surprised on that. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Um, and then this one, I'd put it up to 8 out of 10, but I do like it better than the number 2, I would say. I saw this in 2D. I did not see it in 3D. I do not like 3D because I think they try too hard. And there's a scene in Men in Black 3 where they do try too hard with the 3D. And it's pretty early on, which I guess is forgivable because they really don't do it towards the end. Um, but I just don't see the point of 3D right now. It's still kind of, especially post-production 3D, I don't like. But that's for another time, another rant. But this, I believe, it was shot in 3D, so it should look nice. I did notice the frame rates, um, they were good, but they seemed like there was a lot of blurriness in the movements. Um, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it was just the projector was on, or maybe it's just my theater, but it just seemed very blurry a lot of times. And I don't know, maybe it was just mine. But I had to look around and see what's up with that, if anyone else noticed it. That's why I'm kind of looking forward to The Hobbit later on, the end of the year, because it's shot in 60 frames per second, which should be interesting. It should be nice and crisp. So, so all in all, Men in Black 3, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's definitely, if you like the series of Men in Black, you won't be disappointed with this one. It has a nice ending. I liked it. Kind of came out of left field a little bit. And Griff is a really good character. I liked him a lot. Jay's Jay, K's K. So, until next week, which I'm not sure. I'll be posting a schedule this weekend of the movies I will be seeing for Midnight Reviews. Um, I am sad that G.I. Joe Retaliation isn't going to be in this summer, but I'll probably end up doing it anyways next year when it does come out. So, until next time, guys. Laters.